So, welcome children in this session where we are studying about the mole concept and stoichiometry. And children, in this topic we are going to study about the relative vapor density. Now children, all of you know that density is equal to mass upon volume. But when we consider the three states of matter, children, we say that it is very difficult to find out the quantities of gases. Because children, in gases, whenever we are studying gases, we have other factors also which affect the nature of a gas, and the other two factors are pressure and temperature apart from volume. So children, when we find out the density of a gas, we don't find the density, we find out the density, the relative density of a gas or a vapor. So we call it the relative vapor density. Now children, relative word you already have studied about in the relative molecular mass and relative atomic mass. Relative means children when we are studying something in relation with something else. Say for instance, yesterday we studied about the atomic masses or the molecular masses in relation to either one atom of hydrogen or to 1.12 atom of C12 carbon atom. So children, here also we are studying the vapor density in relation to hydrogen. So we say children that relative vapor density is equal to the mass of volume V of a gas under similar condition. Here conditions are temperature and pressure. So mass of volume V of a gas under similar conditions divided by mass of volume V of hydrogen gas under similar condition. So the same amount of gas V is taken and the same amount of gas V of hydrogen is taken, and the ratio of these two gases is called the relative vapor density. And children, when we find out this relative vapor density, since it is a ratio, so it does not have any unit. Now children, according to Avogadro's law, which we have left because of the syllabus, Avogadro law states that equal volume of all the gases under similar conditions of temperature and pressure have same number of molecules. That means children, if gas A which is 1 liter contains X molecules, so gas A which is 1 liter contains X molecules, then under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, any gas, say gas B, if it is 1 liter, it will also contain X number of molecules. And children, if it is 500 ml, then it is going to contain X by 2 molecules. So this is the law given by Avogadro. By substituting this law over here, we say that relative vapor density can also be written as mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor divided by mass of one molecule of hydrogen. So children, what we have done, we have replaced here volumes with molecules, because Avogadro law says that if equal volumes of many gases are taken under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, they contain same number of molecules. So children, we have replaced this mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor divided by mass of one molecule of hydrogen will give you relative vapor density. Now children, all of you know that one molecule of hydrogen is H2 and it contains children 2 atoms of hydrogen. So one molecule of hydrogen contains 2 atoms of hydrogen, and children, you all know that the atomic or the relative atomic weight of hydrogen is 1. So relative atomic mass or relative atomic weight of hydrogen is 1. So what I have done children, in place of molecule, I have replaced one molecule of hydrogen with 2 atoms of hydrogen. So we can also say that relative vapor density is equal to mass of one volume of a gas or vapor divided by mass of 2 atoms of hydrogen. So children, I hope you know that one molecule of hydrogen contains 2 atoms of hydrogen. So we have replaced it by 2. And children, weight of one atom is 1. So we can also say that relative vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of a gas upon mass of two atoms of hydrogen is equal to 2, 1 into 2. So we can say that mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor divided by 2 is also called as relative vapor density. And children, if you take this 2 over here, we can say that twice the relative vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of a gas. And yesterday we talked that mass of one molecule of a gas is equal to relative molecular mass. So children, we have got a relation that twice vapor density or twice relative vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass. So children, if you know the mass, the relative molecular mass of a gas or a vapor, you can find out its vapor density. Or if you know the vapor density of a gas, you can find out its molecular mass based on this particular equation. So this equation, children, is very important when we are doing some questions on vapor density, and some questions are given also. So children, we'll see that how we can find out the vapor density of few of the gases, and the equation which we are going to use for calculating the vapor density or the molecular mass will be the last equation which we discussed, which is twice the vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass of a gas or a vapor. So children, when we talk about, say I take a few gases over here and we'll find out the molecular mass. Say children, first example I take, say is carbon dioxide. And children, the weight of carbon atom is 12 and oxygen atom is 16. So what I can find out? I can find out relative molecular mass, which is C is 1. C of relative molecular mass of carbon dioxide. So it is equal to, children, C is 1, that is 12, and we have 2 atoms of oxygen, so 2 into 16, that makes 12 plus 32, and that makes 44, that is the relative molecular mass. And children, we know that vapor density, twice vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass. So vapor density will be equal to relative molecular mass divided by 2. So if we want to find out the relative vapor density of carbon dioxide, it will be, children, vapor density of CO2 will be equal to 44, that is relative molecular mass divided by 2, which is 22. So children, we also can find out the relative vapor density of different gases, and children, we must know that the relative vapor density of air is 14.4. So accordingly we can find out that this gas carbon dioxide is heavier than air, because air is having a vapor density of 14.4. Children, we are going to find out the vapor, this is first example, we are going to find out the vapor density of gas ammonia. And we all know, children, that ammonia is having an atomic mass of 14 and nitrogen is having an atomic mass of 1. So children, its relative molecular mass of ammonia will be 14 plus 3 into 1, that makes 17. So this is 17, or we can say relative atomic mass is expressed in AMU. So over here, children, vapor density of ammonia will be equal to the relative molecular mass upon 2, that is 17 by 2, which is going to make it 8.5. So children, here we can find out the vapor. And children, if vapor density is given to you and it is asked to find out the molecular mass of a substance, then also you can find, you just double it and you get the molecular mass. So children, I hope you have followed this topic on relative vapor density, and children, its relationship with relative molecular mass, that which is there in the syllabus. And children, we will discuss few questions also on this particular topic. I hope you have followed it. Thank you very much.